We're dancing. We hope you are too. For today's Tasting Tucson, we're in Midtown at Grant and Tucson. This time we're letting the pros play with fire.
And waiting for the moment right there, Claire, literally playing with fire. So Chef Kenneth Foy at Dante's Fire invited us to see his spin on a classic Italian dish, risotto included. He tells me his recipe for chicken marsala is one that means a lot to him and to his diners. Let's take a look. Before Chef Ken gets going cooking his chicken marsala, he shared with me that he learned the basics of this dish from his uncle Marty.
Geez, 13, 15 years old, I worked catering with my uncle, and he had chicken marsala on the menu, and it was a staple for every catering in that era. You just had to have the chicken marsala. So when we opened the restaurant, it gave us a chance to elevate it, and it's a really personal connection with me because he passed away a couple years ago. So it's a really awesome dish. It's lots of fun. We've elevated it and done it the Dante's way. Preparation part of it.
Ken told me his approach to the food here at Dante's Fire is take a dish people know and put a creative twist on it. We even touched on how Italian food in general really is now just part of the American experience.
Here we take it for granted.
Yeah, spaghetti and meatballs is now American food. You know what I mean?
Foy is coating our chicken with a little excess flour for a reason.
All right, so the trick here is when you get your chicken breast and you kind of leave way more flour in it than you think you need, because that's what's going to make the sauce come together.
Let that get a char and turn the heat down. Chef Foy says that way he can then get started on his truffle risotto. The short grain rice gets some chicken stock, cream, and a healthy handful of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese.
What's life without cheese?
Nothing I want to be a part of.
Back to the chicken. Ken says you want to make sure they get the right golden color because that sets the sauce over the top. Then you see what else comes with experience. Foy's pro technique, keeping everything in the pan.
When we were in culinary school, they make us practice with dry beans in the pan. My dog, when I was going through culinary school, was a very happy individual.
Next, Foy throws in some wild mushrooms and soaks some asparagus in water.
For a little swim.
But watch this.
And we're putting the fire into Dante's Fire. So Marsala wine. So for this one, there you go.
Out of curiosity, I asked Ken how he would describe the wine that gives this dish its name.
It's earthy. It's got a lot of notes, but I wouldn't say it's dry either, where it's very sharp. It's just, it's almost like smoked wood.
The chicken and the sauce get more flavor from the chicken stock, get that to a simmer, then it all goes into the oven. Fast forward a few minutes, Chef Ken pulls the pan out, and then he waits to add the truffle oil to his risotto so you as the diner can taste it when you bite. We're almost there. The asparagus gets one last bath in the truffle and cream before getting plated, as Chef calls it,
crisscross applesauce.
And this is the first I've seen this on Tasting Tucson. One last helping of Parmesan cheese as foam.
Earthiness of the mushrooms and the Marsala.
And I don't lose the cheese at all.
No. Well, it's in there 3 different ways. So if you lose it,
then I might have a problem.
And for the record, too much cheese is never a problem.
Doesn't exist,
Claire.
right? Exactly.
I was so happy to see the flair with the foam, but then when you put 2 and 2 together, Claire, it makes sense because Chef Ken has his Iron Chef experience. He actually won the contest last year, so this is how he flexes his creativity.
Yeah.
I'm excited to show you guys for next week because that's going to be his surf and turf entry with some pasta. More fire involved in that one as well.
Excellent. Yeah, I can never have enough fire or cheese, I guess. That looks amazing. That was really cool.
It makes us all hungry for the rest of the morning. I'm sorry,
You betcha.
team.